Now with a look at all the stories making the headlines this Saturday, it's the very latest ITV News.
Team GB makes history with the first golds in 2 new races featuring both men and women athletes. And for the swimmers, there was also a world record time to go along with topping the podium.
I don't know if it's quite settled in yet, because yeah, we were saying before the medal ceremony, maybe once we get the medal it'll feel real, but I don't think it's quite sunk in yet.
Also ahead, the Prime Minister to be a father again. Carrie Johnson reveals she's pregnant following a miscarriage. No jab, no job. Businesses are warned against insisting all workers get the COVID vaccine. And the triathletes of the future. Team GB's success inspiring another generation.
Everyone was very good and they saved the best for last. So.
Yeah. That was Alex Yee.
Yeah.
This is ITV News with Duncan Golestani.
Good evening. It's been another bumper day for Team GB as they added 2 gold and 2 bronze medals to their Tokyo tally. Both victories came in a new Olympic race format featuring both male and female athletes. Johnny Brownlee finally reaching gold in the mixed triathlon relay, and then more success in Nepal with another relay. But the mood was dampened by an injury to Dina Asher-Smith, one of Team GB's brightest hopes heading into the Games. Here's our sports editor, Steve Scott.
A brand new event means if you win it, you are and always will be the first ever Olympic champions. Quite an incentive for Jess Learmonth as she launched Britain's mixed triathlon relay team.
Johnny Brownlee in transition.
Johnny Brownlee had even more to race for. With an Olympic bronze and silver already locked away at home, one of the set was missing. Silver medalist Georgia Taylor-Brown escaped the puncture she suffered in her individual race and handed over to Alex Yee to finish the job for Team GB.
He will win gold.
A special moment for all of them, followed by an equally special message for Johnny from his 2-time Olympic champion brother, Alistair.
He texted me saying, well done, Olympic champion. You've made history being the first athlete to win, first triathlete to win 3 Olympic medals, but his 2 medals still count more.
Thanks to their popularity and increased profile here, mixed relays could well play an even more significant role in future championships. In the pool today, Britain's swimmers continued their outstanding form in their mixed medley. And how? After taking over from Kathleen Dawson, Adam Peaty did what Adam Peaty does. James Guy then powered through his butterfly leg before handing over to Anna Hopkin. Chased down by American superstar Caleb Dressel, Hopkin held her nerve and Britain's lead, finishing in a world-beating time.
Great Britain win gold by miles!
We knew that we probably needed about a 7-second buffer, but it's not even worth thinking, do we have that or not? And I turned and I think I saw him, but I was like, I think I'm far enough ahead to make sure he won't catch me. So yeah.
I feel like it's definitely more fun than it is doing your individual events. It's great to be able to get up for a relay. It's easier to get up for a relay than it is to get up for your individual events. It's a combination of feeling like there's not as much pressure, but it's fun and you want to do well for the team.
The swimmers top Team GB's medal table by quite a distance. Not only that, they seem to be enjoying every last minute of their success. Success was in short supply for Britain's sprint queen, Dina Asher-Smith, who endured a heartbreaking night. Failing to make the 100 metres final, she revealed afterwards she'd recently pulled a hamstring. She's withdrawn from the 200, but does intend to run in the 100 metres relay. The final itself ended with a Jamaican 1-2-3, Elaine Thompson-Herah winning gold. So a very good day for Team GB in the mixed relays and a very good day for mixed relays themselves. They are a format that could well grow as a result of the profile they've been given at these games. So Andy Murray said today they are a huge asset and so many sports miss a trick by not supporting or promoting them. and few watching over the past couple of days would disagree with him. Steve Scott, ITV News, Tokyo.
And we'll have more on how our triathlon success is inspiring the next generation of Olympians in a moment. But first, here is where Team GB stands in the medal table. They have 8 gold, 9 silver and 11 bronze medals and sit in 6th place overall. Their total of 28 medals is actually higher than Australia's, but the Aussies hold 5th place because they have more golds. To other news now, and Carrie Johnson has revealed that she is pregnant with her and the Prime Minister's second child. She said she feels blessed to be pregnant again after the heartbreak of losing a baby at the beginning of the year. Our correspondent Neil Connery is in Downing Street for us. Neil, Mrs Johnson has chosen to be very open about the sadness that came before this happy news.
Absolutely, announcing this news on Instagram this afternoon, saying she was hoping for a rainbow baby for Christmas. In her statement, Carrie Johnson said, "At the beginning of the year, I had a miscarriage, which left me heartbroken. I feel incredibly blessed to be pregnant again, but I've also felt like a bag of nerves. Fertility issues can be really hard for many people, particularly when on platforms like Instagram. It can look like everything is only ever going well." Now, it will, of course, be the couple's second child after their son Wilfred, of course, was born in April 2020. And as we know, the couple married at a small wedding ceremony at Westminster Cathedral, of course, in May this year. Now, alongside that post this afternoon, Carrie Johnson has shared a picture of a blue buggy Christmas decoration, saying that the couple are looking forward to their new addition to the family.
Neil Connery in Downing Street, thank you. Companies are being warned against insisting that all their employees must be vaccinated against COVID. The equality watchdog says rules must be proportionate and non-discriminatory, and the government appears to be taking a softer line than previously, saying employees should be encouraged, but employers also need to consider the law. Our political correspondent Harry Horton reports.
Roll up your sleeves and get jabbed was the message at this circus in Halifax as the NHS continues its unorthodox effort to reach unvaccinated adults.
They're looking at it and they might not have thought that they would book an appointment to go somewhere and get it, but if it's on their doorstep and they see a lot of other people getting it, I think it reassures them.
But the call to get the jab is increasingly coming from employers. This week, Google and Facebook became the latest companies to insist only fully vaccinated staff can return to the office. One government minister said companies mandating vaccines was a good idea. But Downing Street said today employers who propose to check vaccination status will need to consider how this fits with their legal obligations.
It's currently not a legal right for the organisation to force people to do it. So the government hasn't made it a legal obligation. Employers need to be really careful that they don't overstep in this area, even if their motives are positive.
MPs have already voiced concerns about the planned introduction of vaccine passports for nightclubs in September. Some scientists also fear a stick rather than carrot approach could do more harm than good.
Even if people go along with getting vaccinated because they don't want to go lose their job, they don't do it because they believe in it, and therefore they might behave in other ways that undermine vaccination, being less cautious and so on.
This East London Vaccine Festival drew small crowds this afternoon as companies and the government weigh up whether pressure or persuasion is now the best way to vaccinate every adult. Harry Horton, ITV News.
China has launched strict new lockdowns to try to control a spike in COVID infections that state media calls the worst since the original outbreak in Wuhan. This time, the epicentre is in Nanjing, where travellers are thought to have brought in the highly infectious Delta variant. Health officials are now trying to test every person in the city, as Sam Holder reports.
It's being described as the most serious outbreak of COVID-19 in China since the start of the pandemic. In the city of Nanjing, rivers and roads have been blocked. Nobody in or out without a negative test certificate. There have been around 200 cases in the city, but the authorities are cracking down, knowing how quickly it can get out of control. The response in Nanjing is mass testing the entire population of 9.3 million people 3 times. It's meant stadiums being repurposed and health workers going door to door. Authorities desperate to contain the spread being caused by the Delta variant. A spokesman for the National Health Commission said China had 328 cases in July, almost as much as the previous 5 months combined. Nanjing is the epicenter. The outbreak has been traced to the airport. Government officials blaming unprofessional management and poor safety protocols. The country's vaccination program is being ramped up. Already, more than 1.6 billion doses have been given. With such a big population, often living in cramped cities, China is taking no chances. 11 hours from Nanjing in the Hunan province, a lockdown after just 5 cases. Sam Holder, ITV News.
A 5-year-old boy has been found dead in a river in Bridgend in South Wales. Police responded early this morning to a report of a missing child. After a search, the boy's body was discovered in the Ogmore River. Police are investigating what led to his death. The number of people killed in Turkey's wildfires has risen to 6 after 2 forest workers died. Fires have blazed across the country since Wednesday, encroaching on villages and tourist destinations, forcing people to evacuate. And the world's first reprogrammable communication satellite has blasted into orbit from French Guiana. The British-engineered Quantum satellite can be completely reprogrammed and updated by signals from Earth. On to sport, and rugby union, and it's half-time in Cape Town in the second Lions test against South Africa. After winning the first test, the Lions lead the second by 9 points to 6. After a very hard-fought first half, South Africa need to win to keep the 3-match series alive. Lewis Hamilton will start on pole position for tomorrow's Hungarian Grand Prix as he aims to be the first driver to reach 100 Formula One victories. The British driver set the fastest time in today's qualifying, with championship leader Max Verstappen third. And we're not even out of July, but the new Premiership football season has already kicked off in Scotland. Defending champions Rangers are off to a winning start with a 3-0 victory over Livingston. Finally, the triathlon has been one of the big successes for Team GB in this Olympics, thanks in no small part to Alex Yee. Those who have watched the 23-year-old's journey from rain-soaked runs in South London to the podium in Tokyo say he's not only a world-class athlete, but also a humble and friendly man. The perfect role model then for those who watch him train. Nick Thatcher went to meet some of his youngest fans.
Nice and easy. Remember, keep that head nice and still.
These budding athletes now have a new Olympic hero to call their own. Alex Yee trained with the Crystal Palace triathletes as a youngster and today put on a stunning show to seal gold for GB's triumphant mixed triathlon team.
When I woke up, I heard that he won the gold medal, so I was very happy for him.
The whole thing was very exciting, especially the cycling part, because they were like neck and neck.
I've seen him a few times training, but I haven't met him in real life. But he's always very focused and committed in what he does.
And I'm going to stand a little bit further up.
Audrey Livingston was one of Alex's coaches back then and told me his success will inspire others to chase their dreams.
I think his quote was, "I'm just a normal guy from South East London," which is like, yes, get in there. And they know that he is an ordinary, normal guy who started at the age of 10 and just kept on trying. And it's possible. Anything's possible.
Today in Tokyo, Alex revealed that one of the athletes they beat also helped him on his road to success 9 years ago.
I just remember receiving a parcel from France and thinking it was really quite odd at the time, and it was from Vince. He'd sent me some of his Olympic kit.
I got asked by a friend if I got any Olympic gears to give to a young guy starting triathlon, and I just learned that it was Alex. So yeah, this guy is the new man, and you need to count on him.
One to count on, now with 2 Olympic medals, inspiring a new generation of young triathletes to go that extra mile. Nick Thatcher, ITV News, South London.
And that is it for now. I'm back with the late news at 10:30. Until then, enjoy your evening.